It's January 21st. Let's just get right into our 24-hour message. Energy's been extremely high over the last 72 hours. So I'm just kind of curious to see what's going to come out here. What do we really need to know, or just keep in mind over the next 24 hours? I do just want to say before we get to these cards here, I am going to try my best to do what I know I can do for the community right now, or like-minded individuals that come across my videos or come across my channel. I am going to try my best to be a safe space for emotional support, mental support, and then spiritual empowerment. That is something I know that I can offer right now at this time for the collective. There will be a point where we will have to ride at dawn, if you know what I mean, and I'll be right there as well. But I think right this minute, the best way for me to navigate the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, even the next couple of months, is to just be that voice for you to find some sort of spiritual empowerment or spiritual support, maybe emotional empowerment, emotional support, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get into it. We do have Judgment coming out. We have the Six of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reversal on the bottom of the deck. This came out recently as a message of like trying to stay grounded through that sort of 72-hour period. Actually, the last reading that I posted, the what the F was that? This was in the upright and the bottom of the deck, I believe, and it was very much this energy of like trying our best to stay grounded, so we don't end up getting into a place of like going in circles. This is in the reversal now on the bottom of the deck, which I love because this is almost kind of like the green light from universe saying, okay, see, we didn't take the shot too early. Some things have happened now, and now using our voice to call our power back, to, you know, demand the freedom, the liberation, that forward movement, the change that we need to make, calling people to the forefront for judgment, if you know what I mean. Now we can do it, and it feels more warranted, if that makes sense. I mean, as if it wasn't before. I'm just saying, with that last reading that we just did, this really makes sense. Now, Judgment and Six of Pentacles. All of the unbalanced relationships in your life, whether we are talking small, your personal life, bigger in a sense of like maybe your community, maybe where you live, maybe where you're from, okay? Take it for as little as it resonates or all the way up the ladder, okay? It is time to call in judgment of the unbalanced relationships, unbalanced power dynamics, unbalanced wages, unbalanced energies. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at? I'm going to try my best not to say too much, but say just enough to where everybody gets what I'm saying, right? Now, this could be, like I said, the Six of Pentacles represents, you know, not equal give and take. This could be literally down in your personal life of like your work required, you're overworked, underpaid, right? You're not getting the acknowledgement or the pay that you deserve for work. We need to have the conversation, call it into judgment, and say, hey, listen, if you want me to work all these extra hours, if you're giving me all these extra responsibilities, if I'm not getting the recognition, I will have to look for another job. Or I deserve a pay raise. Okay, this could be in your personal relationships. Let's say you have a romantic situation, whether this is a romantic partner or somebody that you kind of been on and off. Maybe you're consistently there for them and they're not there for you. Maybe you have a friend that every time they call you to vent about their life or that they need support, you're there. But when you call them, they're not there for the support. This could be bigger. This could be, you know, I don't have to necessarily say for you to understand what I'm going to get at here, okay? We have unbalanced power dynamics within our personal life as well as a collective, and it's time to call that ish to the carpet and for judgment to kind of happen here. But in order for judgment to happen, we do have to blow our whistles, right? We do have to kind of blow the trumpet and say, listen, in order for this to happen, we will all have to get into our coffins of ego. We're gonna have to leave ego at the door and say, this is the reality of it. This is an unbalanced relationship. This is an unbalanced dynamic. This is not right. How do we fix this? Otherwise, I'm out of here. Otherwise, I fight against. Otherwise, I choose differently. Does that make sense? I hope this is finding the right people. I hope this is making sense for the right people. I want to go ahead and just kind of clarify with another deck. I like that we did this recently, and I'm probably going to continue to do this for our messages over here, at least for the next couple of weeks, because I just, like I said, I think the best thing I can do right now is to give some sort of spiritual empowerment or just a safe space for you to maybe hear some words of encouragement that you can make a difference. You will will see better times. You will be in a better place. Maybe we might not see it right this minute, but like you always have some sort of safe space within this spiritual community, me as your spiritual sister, to kind of come and hear these messages. We have the Father of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is the King of Action, and this is a perfect one to kind of end this out on, because the King of Action, Father of Wands, is like, we have been, I think when it comes to unbalanced relationships, we know what they are in our life, whether they are in your personal life as in friendships or family connections or romantic partnerships or jobs or bigger sort of collective things. Maybe, you have certain things within your city that are not working right, and we need to come together and figure out a way to call this to judgment. Maybe it's bigger like statewide issues, maybe it's bigger like countrywide issues, where we are going to have to figure out a way to come together, leave ego at the door, and work together as some sort of collective to be able to call this stuff to the carpet, call in some sort of judgment and say, listen, we see and we know that this is unbalanced. How are we going to make this change? I think the biggest thing here is we have this sort of imbalance of not really having the I don't want to say the courage, because I think a lot of us do have courage, but maybe we just don't know how to execute the action or execute the plan. Okay, I want to try and challenge everybody that does see these videos to try and connect with each other. Leave a comment, even if it's just something like "I am here" in the comment section, and then go follow that person that said "I am here" in the chat, and then you also say "I am here" in the comments, because I think it's going to be really important for us to connect with like-minded people over the next couple of months in order for us to be able to make this happen, in order for us to be able to, say judgment is here. These things are imbalanced. If you're going through an imbalanced relationship in your life and you're getting ready to walk away from that, you might need a support system, right? You might need a friend to vent to. Let's say that there is something that's happening within your state and you feel like this is just not fair. Maybe we need to be able to connect with like-minded individuals that might be living in the same state as us and say, how can we maybe organize to get together and make this happen? I just think connecting with others is going to be really important, especially if you are personally going through imbalanced relationships. I know that this is kind of another long message, and I'm going to probably be doing a lot more of these longer messages, but this Queen of Pentacles coming out in the reversal, it's nice because it's finally like, okay, you did it. Like, give yourself a pat on the back, like you did it. You made it through that little, 48-hour period where it was like you stayed grounded and you didn't take that shot. But now it is time to be like, all right, it's time for action. Let me be the master of action right now. Confidence, courage, motivation. Speak my truth and really, fight for my freedoms and my liberation. So I really like this. Pretty positive message here. Make sure you give me a follow if you do see this video. I know we're being pushed out to new people, so if you've never seen my face before, hi, it's so nice to meet you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Aloha.